Casino developer Hard Rock International has submitted its draft for a host community agreement to the city of West Springfield.
And the chairman of Hard Rock, Jim Allen, now joins us live right here in studio to tell us about that host community agreement that you just submitted the proposal. Mr. Allen, thanks for joining us. First off, good morning.
Good morning.
Just submitted this proposal to the city of West Springfield. Just tell us about that situation and the timeline you expect to happen in the next few months.
Well, obviously we're excited. We submitted our host agreement to the city of West Springfield. We believe the process will take hopefully 2 to 3 weeks, where we can work with the mayor, obviously representatives of the city, in order to complete the negotiations so that we can go out to the residents and tell them all the amazing benefits that we believe will be come from this amazing project Hard Rock International wants to develop at the Big E.
Right. We're talking about the casino on the grounds of the Big E, which is, a long-time staple here in Western Massachusetts. So it's a totally different feel on what the Big E actually is right now, and what that vision is in the future if in fact this whole thing happens. This is kind of unique, isn't it? I mean, to have it's like a casino sweepstakes. It's you and Hard Rock, and then it's with like West Springfield and Palmer and Springfield all competing together with all these casino companies proposing and competing against each other. This really doesn't happen in your years past, right?
It doesn't happen too often. Certainly I think the state did a great job by creating regions so that basically gaming companies can understand where they want to potentially invest. In our particular case, we're looking to invest $800 million in a partnership with the Big E. Most importantly, we believe we're an amenity. We're certainly not looking to take over the fair. We're certainly not looking to eliminate the Big E. Its legendary history since 1916, we think with the Hard Rock brand will actually help and to enhance that.
And so you were meeting with West Springfield residents. Tell me about what some of their concerns are. Obviously, traffic is something on everybody's minds. What did you talk about Tuesday night?
Well, traffic is always the fun topic, but I think from our viewpoint, the key is to get the project explained to the local residents. When you're talking about $800 million in investment, 3,500 jobs, we believe tens of millions of dollars in additional tax revenue, to the municipality. We think those things will be a positive, but it's important for us to obviously educate the citizens of West Springfield. When it comes to traffic, we've committed a minimum of $35 million in improvements to the roadways in West Springfield. Above and beyond that, there's another $15 million in infrastructure improvements. And very candidly, the municipality the size of West Springfield traditionally won't have the ability to fund projects like this, without supplemental support from developers like ourselves.
Like we talked about the legend of the Big E, and this is like right on the grounds. This actually takes up some of the parking that the Big E has, and that's always been a concern. We talked about the traffic on Memorial Avenue, but when the Big E happens, that's always a huge concern, and people are parking on streets and in people's homes, on lots and homes.
Yards.
That's what happens. That's a tradition.
Right.
How is this going to affect all that? And they'll still have huge crowds coming to the fair in September, but how does the casino work around that, actually taking some of what was parking spaces?
Well, I think we're actually going to enhance and improve it. Number one, we're completely redoing Memorial Avenue, from bridge to bridge. I mean, literally start to finish with a beautification program. As far as parking, right now there's a little less than 6,000 parking spaces at the Big E when you really add everything together. When we're finished, there'll be over 8,000 parking spaces. But more importantly, if you've been to the fair, most of the parking is on lawns or on dirt fields, etc. So when you design parking structures and you design a true traffic management program, we think that not only from our opinion, but from independent consultants have told us that even without the Hard Rock project, the road should be more efficient by at least 33%. So when we add all the additional parking, we've taken an additional 18 acres of land above and beyond our 38 acres that were involved with the Big E to really, we think, create a program that will become more attractive and frankly be able to handle the volumes that not only have existed in the past, but even the additional volumes that will come with the entertainment complex.
So just before you leave here, we're running out of time, but just before you leave, casino referendum in Springfield is set for July 16th. You still have to get the community agreement with West Springfield first. When do you hope to have a referendum on
I think casino? The general guidelines that we've heard is sometime in August or early September. But certainly we will work with the mayor, work with the city, that whatever timetable they'd like to us to abide by.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Jim. And
Thanks
we
for
have
having
more information about the Hard Rock plan on our website, and we'll continue to bring our viewers the latest as you move forward with your timeline. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.